Welcome to the Self-Awareness and Self-Compassion Podcast, formerly known as the Full Spectrum Feeling Podcast. I'm your host, Blaise Schwaller, life coach, mom, and former tattoo artist. I help people heal their past, speak their truth, and love the lives that they're living now. Join me here every week for conversations on how to live an imperfect but fully engaged life that embraces all the feels so that you can stretch into your best life while enjoying the you that's here right now. I want to talk about overwhelm and stress and how we deal with all that, and just talk about what it feels like to be at this place where you're drowning, where you feel like there's just too many things happening. There's like this physical heaviness about being overwhelmed, about not being able to take any more input. Your eyes hurt. Focusing is hard. It's like every light, every sound is just that much brighter or louder, and it's just too much input. There's thoughts, there's too many thoughts, there's too many things to do. It's feeling like the list is never ending. It feels like no matter how hard you push, you're not getting anywhere. It feels like a loss of hope. Like no matter how hard you put in, it doesn't really matter because you're not really catching up. And it feels like this loss of purpose, this disconnection from the why we do anything, because we don't feel like we're getting anywhere and we're just too tired. Part of it is like getting to that place where you're just too tired to care too much, where the feelings start to fuzz down, where you can't be that sad or that angry because the energy has run so high for so long. It's like the hose has been left on and you're just tapped out of water and you don't have any more, and the well is dry. And there's so many of us right now feeling that level of depleted, feeling this level of bone-weary, tired, and wanting to do better, wanting to do more, and knowing that we need to figure out a way to do better, to do more. And from that place of exhaustion, not even really having the energy to look. Going, I don't even have the energy to just even look around and see what might help because I've spent it all. I'm so fucking tired. That's exhaustion. That is overwhelm. That's burnout. And I think we get there for any number of reasons, for any number of challenges. And I don't think it matters comparing why one person got exhausted and another one didn't, or they got exhausted doing something else. I think so much could be gained to look at each other and go, wow, we're all so overwhelmed. We're all so exhausted. We all need a hug. We all need some freaking compassion. And we need to take care of ourselves and each other better. You guys, we just need to take care of each other better. And I know we're all tired and we're all hurting. And we want someone else to come in and give us what we need. We want to be able to give ourselves what we need. And we all just want to have a huge cry because we haven't gotten it and we don't think we ever will. And even though that might not be true and we might get what we need and it might come eventually, right now it feels like it's never coming and it never came and we just needed it so much and no one cared and everything is wrong and everything hurts and everything's awful. Help. And also the fear to even ask for help because we're so scared that it'll be denied and then it's just one more thing that we have to do for ourselves. So I've been there, I'm living it, and I know what it is to look out at the world, to look out at our families, our friends, our communities, and go, oh my God, like we're all drowning. We're all hurting so much that we can barely take care of ourselves, let alone each other. And we're all just pushing forward anyway, thinking that that's what we have to do in order, I don't know, for society to function, for things to keep going. We just have to keep going. And I keep questioning that more and more these days, you guys. Like, do we really just have to keep going if this is how we all feel? When is it actually okay to stop? When is it okay to stop? When is it okay to slow down, to not push, to take a break, to not achieve, to not be the special person who does everything even though we're feeling bad? Like, we really have been trained in America anyway, that if we're able to feel all of that pain and still achieve, that's even more awesome than achieving when you had no pain. And so we collect our exhaustion and our pain and our traumas, and we use them to go like, wow, we must be even better because look at how much we've managed to do even with all this. Let's stop celebrating that. Could we just stop? Could we stop saying that collecting trauma is a great thing and it just shows how awesome we are that we're still doing stuff after we've been traumatized? Because I think it's disgusting, and I think we're human, and we deserve better. We deserve better from each other. We should not be looking at people suffering and going, well, when I suffered that much, I still got shit done. Like, ew. What the hell is wrong with us? And when we see people suffering and we notice that we are too, instead of comparing and saying, well, I don't want to help you with your suffering because I'm hurting, what if we could just go, wow, I feel that. I don't know your particular pain. It looks awful. I know mine. It's awful. And just maybe agree that we're all messed up. And that doesn't mean that we're not worthy of hugs and love and compassion and care and all of the good things, of each other's support, of being supported, of having better, of doing better, of creating better. I think I'm exhausted because it seems like no matter what circle I look at of people trying to fix things, we're constantly trying to fix things instead of just being and seeing that things are messed up and then creating something new and something better. I think something new and something better is called for right now on so many levels. We're hurting. We're hurting. Our planet is changing. It's changing so fast. Yeah, we've made it change. We have so many people, like billions of people. So many. There's so much happening, and it's happening so fast. It's happening so fast. And we're not slowing down because we're afraid if we slowed down, we'd notice that we're doing it wrong. We're afraid that we'd notice that it's unsustainable. We're afraid that if we don't quickly do something, it'll get even more unsustainable. Sometimes you just have to look at it and go, yep, it's unsustainable. It isn't working. It isn't working. It needs to change. And on that note, I want to say there's so many reasons for hope. Just in general, there's entire generations of younger people, and even my generation, like people are waking up and going, you know what, we don't want to struggle and work extremely hard for nothing in return. We want to be respected. We want to be compensated. We want to be appreciated. We want to be taken care of. We want to be able to take care of others and not have it be a series of leaping through fiery hoops so that we can't possibly succeed. Like, we want to see everyone do okay. We want to acknowledge that there's a lot of just hate out there that needs to be addressed. It needs to be fixed. Yes. It needs to be healed. It needs to be, I guess if we can't fix or undo it, we need to create something different. We need to make a system in which that response just has no place and doesn't work. And we've come at it from so many angles. It's easy to think that we've tried everything, but we haven't tried everything, obviously. We're all still here. There's more to try. I want to find a deep well of hope. And I feel like I need to sink roots so deep. I just need time. It needs to be okay to pause. It needs to be okay to not keep running the same race that I've been running the last year, the last 5 years, the last decade. It needs to be okay to speak about it, to talk about how hurt everyone is on everything. Everyone has like our passion project, right? Like it's so stupid, like how overarchingly huge all of these things are, like human rights, like that is even just a subset of the problems of the world is just ludicrous. But there's human rights and there's economic disparity, there's climate change and just the world falling apart. Biosystems, right? Like ecosystems. There is, understanding mental health, physical health, healthcare, food, being able to feed people, being able to take care of animals and other creatures, taking care of our oceans, taking care of recycling because like our resources and our garbage is out of control. There's people who care about space and populating space and like vehicles and emissions. Like there's so many places that we can and should be concerned about. And all of them are important. And we look at them all as being too big to be solved with the overlap, but they're also too big to be solved on their own. I think we just need to approach it differently. And I wish that we had a goddamn moment to do that. I want to have enough space to let my mind become brilliant enough to have a thought that might help. I want to give someone else who has that brilliant thought enough time and space to formulate it, communicate it, and follow through. Enough time and space for us to fucking hear it when it comes through. Did you know that in France they're building a fusion power plant right now? A fusion reaction has been tested and it worked for 5 seconds. That's fucking incredible. There is hope. We could suck carbon out of the air. We could do it. We can do it. We will do it. And it's coming down, like, I never hear it. No one's talking about these, like, fucking miracles that are happening right now because we're worried about how we're murdering each other in various countries and stressing out about very real concerns. But it's all doom and gloom, and we're not focusing on something that has the potential to save humanity in a way. Like, I look at that and go, my God, why isn't every country and every state in the United States building a fusion power plant, a fusion reaction place right now? Yes, it won't happen for another 10 or 15 years. If we wait for it to happen and we haven't built our plants everywhere in the fucking world, in every country, in every state, by then it'll take us another 15 or 20 years to build one. We need it now. We needed it yesterday. We need it in 10, 15 years. We can't wait 30. Build it now. Oh my God. And we don't talk about how important that discovery, that shift could be. We're talking about like infinite power, the ability to reverse the carbon exchange. Like, oh my God, to be able to like pump it back into the earth and maybe turn it back into fuel, to be able to reconvert how our vehicles, like oil consuming vehicles now, could be working on fuel made from these fusion reactions later. It means we don't have to undo every technology we have. It means we adjust it. That's huge. And it's gotten no media play, no coverage as far as I can see. And I feel like I'm talking so incompetently about it because I haven't done my own research and I need to. And you know what comes back to? I need some time. I need time to digest it. I need time to think about it. I need time. And so do we all. To take it in, to ponder, to get hopeful, and to take action. And to decide what that most effective action could be. And to work together. You guys, I just want to see us working together more. I want to see us caring about each other more. I want to have the energy to care more. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that. If you are exhausted, if you are overwhelmed, if you're just tired of thing after thing after thing, crisis after crisis, I'm here. I'm reaching out my hand. I would love to give you a huge hug and to remember, we're alive. It's a goddamn miracle that we could potentially give each other a hug, to exist in the same space, in the same time, to be able to be communicating through a podcast. Like, this is amazing. It's amazing. I want to reconnect to that wonder, and I want all of us to be able to feel that more and to be living more often in that place of wonder and possibility than in the exhaustion and the overwhelm. You guys, we all need a break, and we need to take it, and it's going to be okay. It's okay if we take it. It's okay. It's okay. Thanks so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and share it with someone you love, and leave us a review. You can learn more and get some self-compassion tips and tricks by visiting coachwithblaze.com, where you can sign up to get my free booklet on overcoming anxiety, overwhelm, exhaustion, and burnout. I'm sending you so much appreciation and love, and I'll see you next time.